Before we start this video, it's important to keep in mind what's going on within Activision Blizzard regarding ongoing allegations about the work culture. The ongoing lawsuit from the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing against the company is over reported toxic workplace culture. The bulk of this suit focuses on violations of the state's civil rights and equal pay laws, specifically regarding the treatment of women and other marginalized groups. To learn more about the proceedings thus far, including details listed in the lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, please check out the link in the description below. Hello friends and welcome to New Gameplay Today. I am Alex Stadnick and I have an illustrious crew with me today. Joined with me, Queen of Games, Liana Rupert. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing today, Mr. Alex?
I'm good because we get to watch some Call of Duty gameplay here today. And of course, the master himself, Dan Tack. Hello, sir.
Hello, it's nice to be here. This is me playing, wow.
Wowee, look at that. Just getting domers already. In what are we playing, Tack?
This is Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer. Now, obviously, Call of Duty Vanguard is a game with many moving parts, including zombies, a new champion hill mode, all kinds of other stuff, a campaign, but this is basically what I would call traditional multiplayer, right? And obviously, this doesn't always change a whole lot from year to year. Sometimes it does a lot, sometimes it does a little, but so we've got an interesting basket with this game, with Call of Duty Vanguard coming up here, and people will have a chance to play it, I think, on a variety of different forms before release, but here is us playing in a preview form.
Lobbing mollies around
here. Yeah, we do that
it.
Sometimes. I am a big fan of incendiary grenades, yeah.
Yes,
they get work done.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess my starting question here for you, Tack, is I know you played Black Ops Cold War last year. Do you feel like this is a step up? Do you feel like it's kind of par for the course? What was your experience with this so far?
So I feel like the multiplayer here, I do not feel like it's and it never really does, right? Call of Duty is in a very comfortable place, annual releases. They can't change the multiplayer too much, the traditional multiplayer that everybody likes from Call of Duty. So I understand. We're not reinventing the wheel here. There are a few things that I found interesting about this multiplayer sesh. One of the modes, let's get into the mode first and then I'll get into the bigger change. The new mode is called Patrol. This is not it. This is like TDM or something. But the new mode Patrol is basically hardpoint, but the hardpoint moves. But you're going to say, Dan, wait, I play hardpoint all the time, and the hardpoint is constantly moving. That's right, but in Patrol, the hardpoint never goes away, and it patrols the map. So it's kind of moving around and like slowly in like weird angles, and then it'll like, go through alleys and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty cool from like a sightline perspective. Like you'll be in a safe spot for a couple seconds, then all of a sudden you'll be in a spot where like there are 3 different vantage points where enemies can get the drop on you. So you want to like be in the circle. Yeah, oh yeah, you die, of course, just like hardpoint. Being inside the patrol circle itself, you're asking for it, and you will get it. So that's an interesting take on Hardpoint, but it's still just kind of Hardpoint, but I think I like it better than Hardpoint. Hard to say after only playing it for like, 30 minutes or whatever, but I think it's a little bit fresher than running around and trying to like pre-camp locations, or just like being like, hey, the Hardpoint's going to spawn there in like 10 seconds, let's wait and we'll all throw our nades in there after they get in there, Yeah. It's a little bit more of a dynamic hardpoint experience. But let's talk about the actual big change to multiplayer, which isn't a change to shooting, which isn't a change to guns, which isn't a change to kill confirmed that we're seeing now. It's called combat pacing. And this is a dial that the player selects before even entering a game. Let's talk about this. So let's just say you just want to play Call of Duty, like you always have, and God knows you always will.
You always will.
That's just, you don't have to touch anything. That's just called Assault. You're going to play Call of Duty at the pacing that you have come to know and potentially love. Let's say you don't love Call of Duty pacing. Let's say you're one of those people who every year writes a comment on my review that says, I spawn in Call of Duty and I get shot in the back instantly. I hate this game. Yeah, you do that does happen a lot, right?
Feels.
That's part of the core multiplayer experience, right? But you also get the drop on other people. So, like for that player, you might want to try tactical combat pacing. This is a mode. This is just a dial you select. Like when you're choosing maps or when you're choosing other things, you're going to select tactical combat pacing, which is going to be higher time to engagement and less players. So a lot more sniper wars in that mode, a lot less players. You will find yourself, planning an engagement probably about as much as you're engaging. So this is for the player, the connoisseur, if you will.
Yes, the champagne taste.
Yeah,
Oh,
you want
yeah.
you want to have your enemy at the gate sniper scenario face off. You can select tactical difficulty, and you're going to have a much more dialed down, pared down, smaller parties versus each other, smaller play experiences, less people, less action, right?
Okay.
And then on the other side of things, if you're like me and you just want to see if you can get a 7 kill before you go out, that's called Blitz, which is like super low time to engagement. Like you're in and you're shooting, you're in and you're throwing grenades. A lot less probably skill based because you're gonna just be in combat constantly. For sure. And if this is the mode, if you want to try your cool builds out where you're like, I bet I can hit 8 people with a grenade. This is the mode that you want to play. So yeah. And again, these are not new modes or anything. These are sliders that you can add to the traditional experience. So you're like, I want to play with tons of people today. I'm gonna put my selector on Blitz, or I want to play a really, more tactical Call of Duty experience. I'm going to put it on tactical. Or if you don't want to change anything at all, you just put it on assault and play as you always have. For sure. Within all the core again, we're not reshaping, we're not reinventing here. We got kill confirmed, team deathmatch, all the core modes that you'd expect. Obviously some of the big fundamental things that are changing are not in the trad modes. So you're going to see Champion Hill mode, which I haven't had a chance to play yet, is obviously one of the big new multiplayer experiences coming to this Call of Duty. But we didn't get hands-on with that in this particular session. This was more about just checking out classic traditional multiplayer. Yeah, for sure. You can see a pupper there.
Yeah, good boy. Here's the thing. There's never a good, never mind. I screwed that up. Anyways, I was just gonna ask you real quick, Tack. So just to reconfirm, you can turn these sliders on for any of the multiplayer matches.
Any of the core multiplayer, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, which is going to consist of 20 maps at launch. And these, again, this combat pacing feature is, despite not really changing the game at all, it's a huge change. It's a big, you're going to have team deathmatch, kill confirm, domination, search and destroy, all that stuff. All the stuff you already know. Mm-hmm. Plus patrol, which is just like a variant on hardpoint, really, at the end of the day. The combat pacing thing is like the big thing. This is it. It seems, for people who are not immersed in Call of Duty, it probably doesn't seem like a big deal. It's a huge deal.
It sounds like the tactical is going to be good for people that are like wanting to get a little bit more used to the more strategic type gun types, like somebody that may not be necessarily really comfortable with snipers. That sounds like a good mode for them to really kind of learn that from the inside out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in terms of I think for just the person popping in the video to say hi, GI, they're not really going to understand the impact of this. But as somebody who plays Call of Duty every year, Mm-hmm. It is highly significant. This is far more big of an impact than a new map or a new mode. This is a really, really big deal for the player to be able to, have it your way. But instead of getting a burger, you're getting your gunplay experience that you're looking for. It makes a huge difference. Like the players that want to have that mosh pit of just bodies flying everywhere at all times in the really high intensity blitz mode, they have it. And for the people who get pissed off because they spawn and die instantly, go to tactical. You're not going to spawn and get shot in the back immediately.
Yeah, just 10 seconds later instead.
Right. Yeah. Which in Call of Duty is on a huge shift, right?
Yeah, so, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with all that extra time.
So here you see the patrol mode right here, where this little blue circle that's rotating around. Basically, again, it's like Hardpoint, but the circle doesn't ever leave the map and respawn. It's just a constantly rotating thing. And on this map in particular, it was really cool to see it go through choke points and vantage points. Yeah. Oh man, that guy's a good shot. Who's playing?
Oh, yeah. Who's playing that?
Yeah.
Liana, I know you're a big Call of Duty fan. We don't have a ton of time left, but what are you liking from what you're seeing and what Tack's saying, or do you have any concerns either way?
I mean, honestly, when you play Call of Duty, you kind of expect more of the same every time. So I wasn't really expecting anything major. I buy them all day one. I'm a sucker for them. I love the multiplayer. I love team deathmatch. I love See It Destroy. But I like what he's saying about the different modes, because it just depends. It depends on your team dynamic. It depends on what you're feeling. There's some days that I feel like Blitz would be the perfect one because I want high impact. I want edge of your seat action. But then there's other times where you play a couple back-to-back matches where you get spawn killed over and over again. And I think that tactical one will come in handy. And it'll be nice too to kind of branch out. So I am kind of excited about that. I haven't had a chance to play any of it, unfortunately, myself, so I don't know how it feels, but I do like the last 2 Call of Duty games, the changes they made to the way the weapons felt, the heft. I feel, to me at least, it feels like they made a lot of leaps and bounds in making weapon mechanics feel a little bit more realistic. With a military background myself, I'm really particular about how weapons feel in games, even though obviously they're not real weapons, it's a video game, but I really like what they've done, and it looks like they're continuing that on, just looking at Dan's gameplay and the recoil and the time it takes to reload. I don't know, I'm excited. It doesn't seem like it's anything groundbreaking, but does it really have to be at this point with this many releases?
For sure,
I
it
don't know.
feels like my traditional B-dubs order of honey barbecue, Asian zing, Parmesan garlic.
Right?
You know,
Ooh, that's a
you
good
get
that's a
what you
good
love.
order.
Thank you. Well, I think this is a wonderful look at Call of Duty Vanguard. So thank you both for joining me. Viewers, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have a bunch of awesome other stuff out there. Like we said at the top of the video, the Activision Blizzard lawsuit is still going on, so be sure to check the description below if you want to learn more about what's going on. I think it's really important. But be good to one another, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.